What's it like being here this year compared to last year when it was all new to you?
Yeah, it's a little more familiar. You know what to expect to bring. Just ready for the good vibes. I mean, Mike T called me yesterday. We had a little talk and stuff, so I'm excited.
Pat, what do you think about all the changes on defense?
I think we got great additions. I love Mink. Mink was a great teammate. Love the guy, love the player. But we got good players out of it. So that's how the NFL works. It's a business at the end of the day. I know both sides gonna take care of their business.
You said Mike T called you yesterday. What was his message to you?
It's go time. So there's no more getting acclimated, no more trying to get familiar with each other. It's time to go.
Patrick, specifically with Jalen, what do you think he's going to bring to your defense?
A lot of trash talk, a lot of good plays. My type of guy, my type of football player. Just everything that you can want in somebody in the secondary. Somebody that's going to be physical, somebody that's going to talk trash, somebody that's going to be able to come down and make tackles. So I think that's probably the best way I can sum it up.
What's going to be the focus for you in training camp?
Just improving day by day. I don't think it's no main focus that you could do just to try to overcome or anything. I think it's just every single day putting my head down, going to work, trying to get better at every single detail that I can.
Miko was one of the guys that was like big communicators over the middle. Now you kind of are that guy. Is there a stepping up of a role for you with that change of him to Ramsey?
Of course. I think anytime you got a guy like Mika that departs from the team and stuff, there's got to be somebody that steps up. Of course, we got Deshaun in secondary as well that could be vocal. But as far as me and my part, I think the biggest thing is just being more vocal, being more of a leader, stepping out of that box, and just demanding what I want to see on the field. So, like I said, this is the perfect time for me to do that. It's training camp. That's when it gets started.
What was it like seeing TJ get his deal done? Is that a relief that that's not something that's hanging over you guys as you get ready for training camp?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of all knew it was going to get done. Nobody wants to see TJ lead this place, but that's definitely a factor on the field that we would probably miss if he didn't get that deal done. So, but I think at the end of the day, we always going to come to work regardless. We love TJ. TJ's a hell of a player, and we'd like to have him.
Patrick, now with you and Peyton having a year together, what kind of things do you think you'll be able to do this year?
Some great things. I texted him maybe like 4 days ago. I was like, "You ready?" He was like, "Let's do it." So, sky's the limit for us. We just gotta come, like I said, come over here, put our head down, go to work. Every single day, try to get 1% better. I think that's the biggest thing. If we both stay locked in and push each other every single day, we'll be fine.
In the times that you guys have had
practices
together
in the morning, and Mike T said that he shifted practice back to the afternoons. It wasn't hot enough. It wasn't miserable enough. You ready for those late afternoon practices? How do you ready?
I'm from Louisiana. I don't care. I mean, it's been 110 degrees every single day, so I mean, I'm used to it. I'm freaking working out in a hot suit in the 110 degree heat. So, I mean, I've been at LSU. I was at LSU. I grew up in Louisiana, so I mean, I'm used to the heat. The heat is my thing, so I'm not worried.
Some of the changes you guys made.
Yeah.
Some of the changes you guys made on defense. What level you guys need to play to live up to your own standards?
I think every person just got to bring it every single day, every single game. We got to be the best that we could be. I mean, it's a lot of money on defense. So I think the biggest thing is us to go out there and prove it every single game. Like last year we started off good, and we sloped off at the end of the season when it's supposed to be the opposite way around. So I think we just need to start fast and then gradually get better as the season goes on. Just holding each other accountable, small things here and there. That leads to bigger things. I think if we start that off early, we'll be fine.
As a collective, what did you guys determine, like in the times that you guys have had together as an inside linebacker, core minicamp, OTAs, etc., what did you guys find as to why there was that lag in the last 5 weeks of the season?
I think it's just a whole bunch of different things that you could point out, but I think the main focus was just we just sloped off. I think you can't really put like a specific thing on it. It's just a whole bunch of things leading into one. Whether it's one day you don't take care of your body, one day you don't ask the extra question that you needed to ask. I think it's just a whole bunch of things that go into it. And like I said, that's why this year is just mandatory that we start right now with accountability, having that factor set in, and just each day we get 1% better every single day.
What's it going to be like getting Cole back in that room? Obviously, you guys didn't get a chance to stay on the field last year, but what's it going to be like getting him back into the fold for the season?
Yeah, a guy who's already in his defense before I got here, a guy that everybody knows around the league, a great player, a guy that we all know that can go out there and give us good plays and every single day, every single down. So it's definitely huge getting him back, and I can't wait to share the field with him.
There's change every year on the team. Did you expect this much change with the big names and the trades and people that they brought in?
I definitely didn't expect it. I actually woke up and they said, wow, and they sent me eyes. I thought I got traded for a second. So, I mean, it's crazy. It's just crazy how the business works, but at the end of the day, nobody ever expects big moves that happen, but you also do want your team to push for those big moves, and sometimes it come at a cost and you lose great people, but then you also gain great people. So I think at the end of the day, we kind of getting used to it in the NFL.
You mentioned the money that's being spent on the defensive side. Is there added pressure to that, knowing you guys are the highest paid defense in the NFL, pressure to produce and improve maybe why you guys are worth that money?
I don't think it's pressure. I think it's more motivation. Just knowing that you are the highest paid defense, why not go out and improve? Why not go out and show it? I think that actually motivates you to perform better. And I think the group of guys we got are all good people. They're all good teammates. They can all be good brothers. And I think that we play like we're brothers. I think all that money and all that talk and stuff will settle out.
What do you think of staying on a campus for a training camp?
Started my career in the dorm rooms in Buffalo. My first 4 years. I wouldn't say it was 1 year in LA. Went to the hotels after that, living a little luxury life, and then back in the dorms again. Feel like it's a good team camaraderie and get to build relationships with the guys, and it's camp.
What do you think a guy like Johnny Smith can bring to this offense?
I think he's a great explosive player. Great tight end, obviously with the ball in his hands. I think it adds just another weapon to this offense. Dynamic playmaker. Can't wait to see what he does with us.
What are the emotions like for you on a day like today, another training camp at a new place for you too?
Yeah, I would say exciting. The off season you kind of been working and training and building up to this, and just yesterday just packing, getting ready for today. I feel like it's another year, another journey, full of excitement. We got a great roster, great coaches. Excited to see where this year goes.
What excites you most about having Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback throwing you the ball this year?
I think I had some good quarterbacks. It was Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford. So great to partner up with Aaron Rodgers, just to be able to throw with him and catch with him. Obviously, he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback, dynamic in the pocket and out the pocket, and California guy.
You guys had like a text thread, or you guys like been in a lot of contact during the time from minicamp?
Just a little bit with our receiver coach, just kind of sending messages of motivation and just letting us know what's upcoming. But more so, kind of just letting us have our time in the break, because we know when we're here it's full go. We got full commitment, and just letting the guys enjoy their break. I think that was it.
Were you part of the group that went to Malibu to work out with Aaron?
No, I was not. No, yeah. I saw the guys.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talk around here who's going to be the number 2 receiver. Is that motivating for you, or do you feel like you have something to prove out there?
Yeah, I feel like I know DK is our guy, but I feel like I always compete to be the number 1 receiver. Since I was a rookie coming in the league, and then always just competing. I think that's how you stay in the league. You don't compete for the 2nd spot. You want to be the number 1 spot. And I think that gets the team better. I think that gets DK better. I think it gets our room better. And I think if we all go in there and compete for the number 1 spot, everybody game elevates, and the slots will fall after that. I know we have a competitive room, but we'll let it play out like that.
You talked about having guys like Stafford and Goff as your quarterbacks in the past. Do you find that huddle command from veterans, established guys, is a universal thing? Or is that kind of personality to personality, how that goes?
I think it's the personality and what you want from your quarterback, and the leadership, and I think that's just how a quarterback should be. Because even C.J. Stroud, having a young quarterback with C.J., I think he had the same drive and command of his huddle, of the guys in the locker room, of getting guys together, and knows how important it is to be on the same page. And I think that's what you want from your quarterbacks, and that's what I've seen through my experiences. The quarterbacks who are good and committed to this, they bring everybody along, and they're committed and have that command of the huddle and team.
Let's do 2 more if you guys have them.
Robert, what's Jalen Ramsey like day to day? I know you played with him in LA, now you're back with him. What's it feel like to be back with him? What is he like day to day, honestly?
Yeah, I would say a physical playmaker, a guy that you want on your team, a leader, a vocal leader as well. Not only for players, but just game plan and everything like that. But I think that's the kind of energy and player you want on your team, who's going to go out there and give his all and go out there and dominate.
Can he be slot, outside, safety? Can he do all that if asked to do so?
I think so. I think Jalen is an excellent playmaker. I think he's a great nickel corner. I think he's a great outside corner. I haven't seen him at safety yet, but I know he can do it. And I know I've seen him play receiver sometimes, and I know that he's just a playmaker and a football player. And I think that's what you want out of your team, and you just want to build a team full of football players, guys who are whatever they ask to do will go out there and do it. And there's many times I feel like I've been asked to take handoffs and take carries and be outside block and be inside block, and I feel like be a punt returner, kick returner. When you have guys who are football players, I feel like that it builds the team, and guys are committed to the team and whatever they're asked to do. They're selfless, and that's how you win championships.
All right, first day move in. What are the thoughts? What are the emotions moving in today?
Exciting. It's always good to enter training camp on any NFL team, especially this one. It's a special place here in Latrobe, so it's a tradition, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
Spence, how do you feel in general about the offensive line that you have, the whole room, the depth that you've got?
I feel like we're in a good spot. Obviously, we brought back majority of the guys we had last year. We have some younger guys. I mean, I know we say young, but I mean, Mason's older than me, and but I mean, they're young as far as NFL playing days, like Zach, Troy, and Mason. So I feel we're in a good spot. We got good leaders in Max, Isaac, obviously, and then Calvin. So I think we're in a good spot.
Well, from your own standpoint, you've played all these positions and everything else here. What do you see yourself as this season?
Being a guard. I think my tackle days are put to rest, but I don't know. We'll see. Wherever I'm needed, I'll be at, and put my best foot forward.
Spencer, you guys only had a little bit of time with Aaron. What did you learn about him during that time, and what are you looking forward to with him as your quarterback?
I think he's a great guy. I mean, obviously there's stuff I heard saying he has a bad rep. I mean, I don't personally see it. I mean, he's a good guy. Comes from a good place. I can tell he's a leader. I know it's in that little bit of time that he's been here, but I'm excited to see what he can bring to the team. Obviously, I know he'll bring leadership, and yeah.
So Juan, you get here and Minka's in the back end. A month later, Minka's gone. What was your reaction to that, and how it changes things for you?
I don't really feel like it's going to change my approach to the game. If I'm being honest, with Mika being here, Mika being gone, I was just going to, show up and just work. Like I said before, just do what's asked of me. Just to perform. That's all I'm here for.
But does it change, your role potentially, or where you're going to play, or how much you're going to play? You think?
Maybe. I really don't know, if I'm being honest with you. Like, I'm just taking it day by day, just willing to work.
What does the addition of a Jalen Ramsey do for you guys in the secondary?
I mean, it's only going to make us better. With a guy like him, he can play a little bit of everything. Move him all around, nickel, corner, maybe even back there at safety a little bit because he got some experience there, so it's just going to make us a lot better.
What's the key to you, new pieces in the secondary coming together quickly and gelling?
I mean, that's what we're here for, because we got a little bit of time. It's gonna go by fast though, but the biggest thing is just we got to spend as much time together as possible. Like everybody's new, the defense is new to us, so I think the more time we spend together, the better we will be together.
He was asking a little bit about the trade, but where were you when you heard the news that Minka had been traded? What was your first initial reaction?
I mean, I was at home in Nashville, Tennessee, and I saw it. I kind of thought it was a joke at first, if I'm being honest. I mean, I really didn't have any feeling because, I don't know Minka that much just because I just got there. But I guess, that's just me having to step up and play a little bit more, which is I think I'm very capable of. I'm a great player. I can make a lot of plays. You can't really read into what the media is saying about me because if you sit back and you watch the film of what I did in Cleveland, I had a lot of good plays, and then some of the Cleveland people just tried to bash my name a little bit. But like I said, if you sit there and you just really watch the film, I made a lot of plays and was very productive in that defense.
How surprised were you throughout this offseason, all the moves that the Steelers made? I mean, obviously Minka was a surprise, but did you have any idea they were going to be this active?
I'm going to be real, I don't pay attention to stuff like that. That's above my pay grade. Those people just upstairs, they make all the moves, and I just play football. That's what I'm here for.
What have you heard about the physical nature of this camp, and what are you looking forward to most about getting in an environment like that?
I mean, I've asked a lot of people about it. They said it's a hard camp, but the thing is, this isn't my first time going away for camp. I was in Kansas City. We went to to St. Joseph, Missouri, where we had to basically stay in a dorm, a lot of physical like contact, like tackling, things like that. So I'm used to it. I'm just ready to work.
Terrell Austin asks a lot of his safeties as far as, making sure that the deep ball is covered, moving you guys around to disguise a lot of things. What kind of conversations he's had with you with the expectations for what you're going to bring with your experience?
I mean, they bring me in to take away that deep ball, if I'm being honest with you. If you watch my history, a lot of teams don't really throw the deep ball, if I'm being honest, once I'm a part of that defense. And that's why I think my production has been down. And same with Minka as well. Like, Minka's a great player. If you have a great guy back there that can make a lot of plays on the ball in that deep third, teams aren't going to really try you back there. So that's why a guy like Minka, they say, struggled a little bit. He didn't struggle. You just can't get interception if the ball is not coming your way.
Juan, you mentioned wanting to prove you did not prove, but the people in Cleveland got it wrong about you. You've got some guys here that are sort of in a similar boat, trying to maybe rewrite the narrative around them. Not necessarily like Slay's here wanting to prove that he's still got it. Rodgers is here wanting to prove that he wasn't what he was in New York. Is there like it seems like there's a lot of guys in your sort of position. Does that give this team maybe a little edginess?
Age ain't number the number, if I'm being honest with you. Like, I know sometimes they say, oh, this guy's 30, he's 31. It doesn't matter. If you're still playing, like if you look at A-Rod, his numbers were still up there. They talk about how he's not a great quarterback, but if you really compare him to some of these guys like Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, he should be in that conversation. He made a lot of plays. And then with Darius Slay, why does he have to prove himself still? The guy just came off a Super Bowl playing great, so he shouldn't have to prove himself at all. So I definitely think everybody's gonna play with a chip on our shoulder. Like, I definitely will be. I can't really speak for those guys, but hopefully they'll do the same.
Juan, if it's you and Elliott, how do you think that pairing would work together?
Great. I mean, I've been around him a lot, talking to him. He's a physical guy. I feel like I'm a physical guy. We both can cover well, so I think we'll do well together.
You practiced against Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City. How much are you looking forward to going against Aaron Rodgers here? I mean, how much does that help you guys as a defense to go against a quarterback like that every day?
If you're playing against, a guy that's average, he's not really that good, when you step into these games, you're going to be kind of shocked. Like, you're not going to be prepared. But when you play against a guy like Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers that have seen a lot of football, played at the highest level, then they ain't going to do them but make us better. So I'm looking forward to that, playing against him each and every day, and I can't wait for that.
Let's do two more, guys.
The ability to get better in things that you did last year in Cleveland. Deshaun was a guy that in year one as a Steeler last year did some really good things. That give you another added piece of confidence that, like, he was a new player last year and was able to excel. You could maybe potentially do the same thing in Pittsburgh this year.
I mean, I plan on doing that, if I'm being completely honest with you. The main thing is just stay healthy. When I'm healthy, I make a lot of plays. And Deshaun, he's a great player. Like, it's not hard. Like, once you pick up the defense, after that it's just what you got, like, talent-wise, and I think I have it all there.
As a safety, how tough is it to maybe play, great ways to say it as a guessing game, but when you see a team that has two potential really good pass-catching tight ends that the Steelers have gotten here with Pat and Johnny, from your standpoint as a safety, how tough is that to prepare for?
I like what they're doing. I don't know, I can't really speak for what their game plan is, but I like it because most of the time if you have two good tight ends on the field at the same time, you can't have both of your safeties covering those guys. So, like, if you have a safety taking away one, that leaves a linebacker that's not used to covering as much covering the other. So I'm excited for that.
Were you with TJ when he got the big news?
We worked out that morning and then found out like a couple hours after that.
How exciting is that for you that you guys are able to bring him back here before training camp?
I'm not even surprised, man. Like, he's the best in the world. There's a reason why you see it day in and day out. The way that guy works is just second to none. So I'm not surprised. He deserves every dollar of it, and I'm excited to get to work.
I was going to ask, as someone who trains with him, what do you notice in those workouts that sets TJ up to be the kind of player he is on Sundays?
I think just like his mentality, his approach to the workout, like. He treats it like it's his last one every day, and he's trying to push not just himself, but he's pushing everybody around. There's a group of us around, so he's trying to push the whole group, trying to make us all better. He's a true leader.
He was smiling pretty big in those workout pictures. Did he have an idea that morning? Did you have an idea that it was going to get done that afternoon?
I mean, shit, if I had veneers like that, I'd be smiling too. But I mean, no, I really had no idea. I think it was awesome though that happened, so before camp.
He mentioned on the way out in his exit interview with us that this year might be the time to maybe tinker around with doing some different things pass rush wise, maybe not exclusively coming from the defense's left side. How do you see that being incorporated? And maybe the follow up to that is how can you be a part of that too?
You know, just any way I can get on the field, you know, and help the team. That's what I'm here for. I know my role. I know what they want from me. So just as far as being there for the guys, supporting them on and off the field, being a player they can, you know, rely on to come in and there's no fall off in that aspect. I think that's just one thing that we can get better at.
And TJ, talk about that at all? Like maybe tinkering with some different things this year? Just to free himself up from getting the chips.
Yeah, he might have, but you're going to have to wait till the season to see that. You know, we ain't going to talk about that right now.
For you guys, did you make it a point to not talk business with him?
Yeah, I mean, our relationship is far beyond business at this point. You know, it's far beyond football. He's such a great dude, man, and just being able, like, he's like a big brother to me. So, like, bro, we fishing, we're golfing, we're doing all types of stuff. So I think our relationship is way more beyond transactional stuff like that. And, you know, obviously, like, we're around that so much, that's the last thing we want to talk about.
When are you going to get to the point where you don't have to bring his bike into camp?
No, it was something I could do to, you know, repay a favor. He let me come out there and train with him. And he was telling me he couldn't bring his bike up because he didn't have a big enough car. I said, bro, I got you. Like, just out of respect, you know, that's big bro still.
So is that his bike that like he bought, or is it your bike you're loaning him?
No, it's his. It's his. I just picked it up and put it in the truck.
When we just talked with Patrick Queen a little while ago, he said you guys as a defense are kind of coming in with a prove-it mentality. What's the biggest focus for you guys coming into this training camp here?
I think more so just to like prove to ourselves that we are who we say we are. You know, and you can go back as long as you want, and the Steelers always been a defense, a steel curtain. You know, like that's what we do here in Pittsburgh. And I think we need to prove that to ourselves, not just to everybody else. Like, this is a prove it to ourselves.
Nick, how do you do that? Like, what do you want to do better?
We got to show up every day. You know, that's the first rule to getting better. Mike T always say that, showing up. So we got to show up, put the work in, come together as one, and play as a team.
What does Jalen Ramsey add to this defense?
He has a ton of experience. You know, that's the guy you watch when you were a little kid. So obviously I don't want a fanboy, but like, damn, it's Jalen Ramsey. So just a guy like that, you know, in the room, obviously can do nothing but benefit you.
In what ways would you like to see yourself take another step forward in year 3? Do you have specific goals or things you're going to be working on in camp?
Man, I just want to win football games, bro. So whatever that is, you know, whatever they want from me, whatever this team needs of me, however I can contribute to get a dub every Sunday. You know, I'm trying to go with 17-0. You know, so that's what it is.
Flip side of that, you know, your guy TJ gets the deal and he gets to be, you know, beside you and then on this defense for years to come. So what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah,
as it's done?
I knew the deal was going to get done. You know, I think we, you know, wish it would have been done a little sooner. But you know, he's ready to work. He's been working his butt off this offseason, and so you know, he's the best in the world at what he does, and so that's why he got paid what he did.
Is it a relief that it got done before training camp, so this didn't linger and we aren't asking you every single day for the next 3 weeks?
I mean, absolutely. I know it's a relief for him and everyone as well. Just, you know, so he can be out there practicing every day, doing what he does, and so because I know a few years ago, you know, you got dragged out through training camp, and so I just know that he's excited to be able to get to work and not have to worry about any of that.
Alex, for what you know about Jalen, how do you think that fit's going to be with your defense?
Yeah, you know, I'm excited to see you know, how he fits in our defense. Like I said, I'm excited to meet him, and so I think he's going to be a good fit for our defense. You know, he's still playing at a really great level, and so, like I said, I'm just excited to see how he fits in with our defense.
Is there any text messages between John or Jalen and you guys from you guys? Any interaction in terms of that besides meet in person stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't met him yet, nothing like that. So, like I said, I'm excited to meet him.
But has there just like congratulatory text or welcome to the team? Any?
I haven't. I know some guys have talked to him, but I haven't interacted with him yet.
Alex, a trade like that in June, I mean, does that send a message to the team at all from the organization, just as far as the urgency as you guys open another summer here in Latrobe?
Yeah, I mean, I think just you know, there is urgency, and I know we gotta you know, we got to get started, you know, starting tomorrow, and we got to have urgency throughout the whole season. So I think that's just, you know, just the message throughout, you know, coming up all season, you know, just have urgency, and because we know the type of team that we have, and we know that we can compete for a Super Bowl, and so that's what we got to do.
Alex Queen was saying that it felt like the defense kind of fell off at the end of last year. What do you do to keep that from happening this year?
I just think just staying consistent. You know, I think there was times, you know, where we weren't at the end of last year, and I know we know the players that we have on our defense, and we know what we can do. So I think it's just, you know, we just got to be consistent throughout the whole year.
Alex, is some of that potentially trying to do some different things with the pass rush? I know TJ sort of alluded to that in his interview at the end of the season last year. Maybe just for himself specifically, but there's a domino effect to that too.
Yeah, I mean, I think just throwing different looks at guys, you know, because I know, you know, he's primarily left, I'm primarily right, and so I think we just got to throw different looks at teams and stuff like that. And I know we're gonna try and work on that during camp, and so we'll see how that goes.
What's it been like getting to know Jack Sawyer? I mean, Nick was a guy that contributed right away. Is that something you can see for him, and just being able to, guide him along as he makes his way in the NFL?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been cool getting to know him. Train with him some over the break as well, and so I think he's a really mature guy. Coming in as a rookie, and so he's obviously had a lot of great experience. Winning the national championship at Ohio State, and so I'm just excited for what he brings to our room and to our defense, and so I think he's going to be a great player for us.
As you have so many new pieces, what have you learned about Mike Tomlin, how he brings groups together, and how much will that be important here at training camp?
Yeah, I think there's a reason that we come out here to Latrobe, to build this team camaraderie, to be in this setting, because this is where the foundation is built, and so coming out here developing this team camaraderie and being out here and practicing every day, you're with the guys all day, and so I think that's a good way to just get started in our process and what we do.
On that note, does this feel like as much roster changeover since you've been here?
Yeah, I think last year was a lot too, but I think this year too has definitely been, probably over these past couple of years, there's been a lot of roster changes. So I know that the guys that are coming in, they're going to be ready to work and ready to get after it, to help us chase this championship.
Alex, nationally there was a lot of speculation about whether the deal would get done with TJ, but you, Denzel, Nick, everybody that was close to him was very confident about it. What gave you guys the confidence that this deal was going to get done whenever it was going to happen?
Yeah, just knowing that he wants to be here. He loves being a Pittsburgh Steeler, and so he's the heart of our defense, and so having a guy like him in our locker room is so important. And so, but like I said, we knew he wanted to be here, and we knew that the deal was going to get done.
You look at this team on paper, your defense specifically. Do you kind of get excited and think that this could be one of your best defenses since you've been here?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we got a lot of great pieces on our defense. From every single position group, and so, like I said, it just all starts tomorrow and how we gel, how we get better every single day. And so I think that's just the goal, is just to get better every single day, because we know the type of talent that we have on our defense.
There's already been one interview that's come out with TJ where he's talked about he doesn't want his name associated with never having a playoff win. Yeah. I'm sure that extends to the collective for you personally. Do you echo those sentiments as well?
Absolutely. Because ultimately, do what we can all do what we do, whatever, just throughout the season and stuff like that. But we know the type of team that we have, and we know that we gotta. Once we get to the playoffs, once we reach that, we have to execute. We haven't done that since I've been here, and so, so for me, I don't want to be known as someone who's never had a playoff win, and not only that, but I want to not just get a playoff win, I want to go to the Super Bowl. And so, I think everyone that's in this room, in this team, wants to, and so we just gotta, whenever we get there, we just gotta execute, and ain't no excuses. We gotta get it done.
That's probably the hardest part. Obviously, you go through the physical stuff with rehab and stuff, but coming back to play and getting that confidence is difficult, but I got through it and felt like I not played pretty well, but just felt like I was moving around, felt like myself again. So,
what did you focus on, from the end of mini camp heading into training camp? You said I wanted to get better at this, or anything physically?
Yeah, I would say me, my trainer, my PT. I think the biggest thing was just working on exploding off this knee again. That was the one thing that I focused on every single day. I don't know if you guys know what BFR is. It's the worst thing ever. It's like this sleeve that they put around your leg or whatever body part, and it just like constricts your leg. And like 5 days a week, I had that on for like 30 minutes and was just doing a bunch of workouts, just trying to make sure that this thing gets back to normal. So.
Do you feel 100% going into tomorrow?
I would say so, yeah. Super confident in where I'm at right now. So.
Do you have any type of limitations, or will you be a full go?
Yeah, I'm full go. I'm ready to go.
Troy, when you were answering Jeff's question previously about that 6th day of OTAs, was there a movement? Was it a particularly tough practice? What was it that gave you that sense of, okay, I'm back after that practice was done?
I would say the first play of 7 shots on day 1 of OTAs, you could tell I was nervous watching the film, but after that, I kind of just like, oh, this is football. I've been playing this my whole life. Whether I was out for 10 months, however long it was, it felt good. It felt good to be back out there. And obviously they had limitations in OTAs and making sure they were trying to make sure I made it to the end of it. But once I got back out there, man, it felt so good. And just to be playing next to the guys again. And yeah, like I said again, it's football. So I've been playing this my whole life. Yeah.
A lot of new pieces on offense for you guys. How crucial is it for you guys to all get up to speed together, get on the same page together, and do so quickly?
Yeah, I mean, we've added a lot of really good pieces. I mean, at our quarterback, tight end, everywhere. I'm just super excited to get around those guys and learn and obviously gel. This is the time to do it because we're going against, I think, the best defense in the NFL. So, I mean, what a way to come out here and go through that adversity really quick. I'm sure it'll start early, but I know it'll help us going into the season. So,
with you back in 100% and Broderick moving back over to the left side, do you guys both think you have something to prove? And if so, are you guys feeding off each other in that regard with that mindset?
I think so. I mean, not just me and Brod, but I would just say just this entire line. It's very new. It's a new lineup, so I think just finding a way to gel and prove that we can be the O-line that we want to be is something that's going to be crucial to this team and our success. So I would say just all of us, we have a lot to prove. So.
Do you consider yourself young still, or are you, even though it's your second camp, I mean, are you considered?
Yeah, I would say I'm going in my redshirt freshman year. That's how I look at it. But yeah, I don't know. I feel old, but to some of the guys around here, I'm young, so who knows?
Is there a silver lining or anything that after what you went through, kind of you look back and reflect, maybe you got to learn things that you might not have observed from the injury? Or anything?
I would say just how to take care of my body, how to recover better because in college I really didn't do too much recovery. Kind of just went out there and whether I was sore or not, just like was able to play at a high level, I guess. But being here, your body, taking care of your body is the advantage. And I learned that from watching guys, their daily routines and picking up things that I've never thought would be helpful. But I would say this past month, I learned a lot. In terms of, I was working with Heather Linden, she works for the UFC. And just to see other athletes and how they recover and how they train, also incorporating it into my daily routine was something that's going to help me in the long term. So.
You mentioned the quarterback a second ago. How do you get ready to, work with Aaron Rodgers? I think Zach Frazier mentioned during OTAs maybe you guys would listen to recordings of his cadence or something like that to get ready. Is that something that happened this summer, or have you kind of been preparing?
Yeah, so they uploaded his cadence and they showed us a bunch of clips before we left, just to try and get used to hearing his voice, I guess, because he wasn't practicing during minicamp. Obviously, we all know that, but I mean, for me, it's just I got past the stage of like, damn, I'm playing with Aaron Rodgers. Like, that's crazy. I mean, it still shocks me every day, but coming in every single day and just being able to learn under a guy like that has so much experience under his belt is going to be super helpful. And obviously, we have a lot to expect out of ourselves because I'm sure he holds himself, but the team to a high standard. So just trying to make sure that, we build that relationship with him, and it'll be very key in training camp going into the season.
With that, any dinners or team bonding events with the O-line and Aaron yet, or is that still yet to come?
No, not yet. I think it's going to come. I haven't really spent too much time here in Pittsburgh since we left for minicamp, but I'm sure it'll come.
That cadence, are you listening like when you're on the treadmill? Like when do you listen to the cadence? Is it like a track on your iTunes?
Honestly, I just kind of listened to it for a couple of days and that was kind of good. I mean, I'm sure we're going to get a lot of walkthrough reps to be able to hear it too. So that's the best way to learn is to be able to do it in person. So
you have a round of camp already last year, I know, with a new quarterback last year. Do you feel like there's a point during camp where you're like, okay, we're gelling with this new quarterback? Are you going to hit that point, do you think, during camp, or does that come after the fact once you guys get out of here?
I think it'll come early. I mean, you have to be able to step up to the plate when you have a guy like that behind you. And you got to do it early. There's no excuses. I hope it wouldn't take that long, but I think with a guy like that, he expects a lot, and we're going to have to be able to step up to that. So,
when you mentioned your redshirt freshman season, Zach and Mason went through true freshman seasons and played a lot. They're going to share with them some conversations about the recovery aspect, and they give you any wisdom in that regard because they went through so many games last year?
I mean, I was around the building last year while they were going through that, so it's not like I was away or anything. So I was able to see what they were going through. Obviously, I wasn't able to feel what they were going through, but I know they have a lot of knowledge for me. We talk every single day, so I think it'll be crucial for them to be able to help me. But also, I felt like a lot of the stuff that I could have brought to the team or whatever, I feel like I'll be able to share that now. I feel like I have a little bit more confidence going into this year, being in that room and being able to share what I have on my mind, I guess. So I'm super excited for what we have in front of us, and just can't wait to play ball, honestly. It's as simple as that. So, yeah.
What was your initial reaction to the trade?
I was excited. I knew about it before, it came out, obviously, so I was excited.
What excites you most, particularly about joining this Steelers defense?
Yeah, I mean, you look at the defense from the D-line, probably the best D-line in the NFL. Then you got PQ leading the linebackers, and then the secondary. Me and Slay have had a relationship for a while. Me and Joey, we got some kind of family ties going on. My bad. And then yeah, add me in there. Obviously, me and Deshaun have played with each other before on the same team, so just a lot of excitement around the defense. But not just the defense, the offense too. Obviously, A-Rod's here now. DK, who I've had a lot of battles with. That's been fun. Woody's here. I played with him with the Rams. Ben. So it's just a lot of excitement, obviously, just around the team in general and the players here.
What do you kind of anticipate your role being? Obviously, you've been corner for a long time. Do you see yourself going the slot, bouncing out to safety? What have they kind of told you about what that's going to be?
I'm going to play football. And we're going to figure that out together, huh?
Is that something that you've had conversations with them about?
Yeah, a little bit.
Last year, Jalen, you played left and right almost an equal amount, like off by like one snap. How have you built your versatility throughout your career and being able to line up on both sides of the field, slot, corner, and everywhere?
I travel, usually. That's kind of how my career has been. So I've never been bound to one side, besides maybe 1 year in my career. But yeah, usually I travel with whoever the opposing guy's best receiver is. I'm not saying that'll be my role here. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that's how it's been. You asked about people.
What's up, Bob?
That's how it's been. What's up, baby?
Jalen, do you want to play safety?
I just want to play football. I mean, I don't even know if I could really say this or not. I don't know. Bert might hit me or something. But
it's all good.
I just want to play football. I don't care where I'm at. Corner, safety, slot. But at the same time, I don't think I'm getting paid what I'm getting paid to not be in the position to affect the game and be in certain spots. So I'll just say that.
Jalen, do you think your versatility is an advantage for you in your game?
Yeah, versatility is an advantage for anyone and anything in life that they do. So yeah, I don't see how it could not be.
Jalen, the process of the trade itself, how surprised were you when it came to pass, and were you surprised that Pittsburgh was the destination with Minkah going out in exchange?
I knew pretty much everything, so I wasn't surprised.
Cam Johnston offer up number 5 for you, or how'd that work?
Yeah, basically. Basically I got his number. We texted about it a little bit. He was, he kind of offered it up. We're gonna do some things in the community, some charity things on him and his wife's behalf, and yeah, it'll just work out that way.
Was Pittsburgh your preferred destination in a trade?
I'm happy to be here in Pittsburgh, yeah.
What are your first?
Relationship with Mike Tomlin coming into this? Did you know him at all?
I'm sorry.
What was your interaction with Mike Tomlin before this? Did you know much of him? Did you?
Yeah, for sure. I think I've been on record saying like that my favorite coach, or one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, was Raheem, out in Atlanta, obviously, and Tomlin is his guy. Like he raves about him. So obviously I knew he was a defensive guy, defensive-minded DB guy. So that makes this all the more attractive. He has a lot of similarities to Coach Rock in Atlanta, which obviously I loved. We've had our conversations in the past. Obviously, going back to when I was getting drafted, I remember they came to Tallahassee, and I remember at the time I was broke. I was taking any meeting I could have. So I remember they took me to dinner, and it was a super cool meeting. I remember them saying something like, "We're not gonna be able to draft you, but we'll still get you a free meal." And we had great conversations that day, that night. And then over the course of my career, obviously,
he's shown a lot of respect. I obviously have a lot of respect for him when, I played against the Steelers in the past. So,
Guys, two more.
What are your first thoughts of Latrobe, and what have you heard about this type of training camp?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited for everything that has to do with this organization. Obviously, this is a story franchise. I haven't, obviously, I won a Super Bowl, loved my time with the LA Rams, but I can't necessarily say that I've played for like a story franchise like this yet. So this is very exciting for me. I'm just embracing all of it, really.
You said Jalen, last one here, guys.
Does it feel like maybe a full circle moment in a way? Because, when you guys came in here with the Jags in 17, like this franchise hasn't had playoff success since then, and now you're part of the package that's trying to maybe get them to break that streak.
I can't talk about the past. This is a different, everything is different. Yeah, I can't talk about the past. This is very different, but I'm excited about what we have going on here, the potential of this team, and we're just gonna keep fighting. We're gonna keep growing day by day, and we're gonna try to deliver the success to the fans and to the city and each other that we feel like we can.